All right, we are in Varanasi. We're right now just walking down the street. It's incredibly loud, everybody honking at each other like always. But we're gonna try to find a place to eat, and I'll show you what that's like, and then we're gonna go and check out the city. All right, guys. So we're walking down the street. We saw this place. It's a little food shop, and I got something called Sami kebab. I think it's goat and lentils is what the guy said. He also warned me it's gonna be spicy. So hopefully my poor Owimbo taste buds can handle this. That's actually really great. I like it a lot. It's super flavorful. This is definitely delicious. I definitely think you should get one, Arango. And give yourself a shout out. Arango TV was worried. He wanted me to be the test dummy before he tried any. It's good. Are you sure? Yeah, I think you should try it. So what'd you say it was?
The Sami kebab made by minced lamb, lentil, and some Indian herbs. Cooked with along and get it some small pieces of tikkis. This is called Sami kebab.
It's really delicious. I liked it a lot. Thank you. What do you think of your Sami kebab, Moringa?
Very delicious. Nice.
You heard it here first. Nigeria, Indian, and American can all come together behind the Sami kebab.
Oh yes.
All right, guys. We're in Varanasi, headed towards the river. It's extremely crowded out here today. You can see it right there. Lots of people coming up to us, trying to make their money. The last guy came up, he wanted to sell marijuana, but you know, it is what it is. So not only is this a big place for the Hindu religion of India, you know, but because in the United States there's a huge connection between Hinduism, Buddhism, and other Eastern religions like that, and basically like the hippie movement. There's a lot of Westerners who come out here, and they have been for decades and decades, since the 60s, who will come out here and try to be part of the culture, try to, you know, get what they can from it. And that obviously is why there is that drug market out here in Varanasi for Westerners. They assume, you know, I want to smoke weed because a lot of the Westerners who come out here will be here for that. Wow, this market is really crowded. Thankfully, they don't have any cars coming down here. No, they don't have any cars coming down here, but it is still super crowded, and there's still the bikes speeding around through here. So let's head down, see if we can't jump into a few temples and see the river Ganges. I don't know the name of this market, but I think I like this one a little bit better than the Delhi one because it's not so crowded, you know, it's not so compacted.
It's crowded, but
Yeah.
because that it's very tired, the road is tired. Unlike the other ones we've been to.
Which country, sir?
And it's still
USA.
neat.
Oh, Goldihan. Goldihan, she was here
Oh yeah?
before, long time ago, movie actor of USA.
Okay.
How do you like Varanasi, sir?
Yeah, I like it, thank you. Yeah, it is. This one is a lot more neat, like put together. It's the traffic flows easier, I guess, is the way to say it.
Now go to Ganga River, Ganga.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
But now Ganga very high.
It's high today?
No, is the river high?
The river's,
Not today.
the river's really high?
Yeah, every day.
Because of monsoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you come Varanasi?
When I came today and a couple hours ago.
How long more, sir?
How do I like it?
No, how long you stay more?
Oh, how long?
How many days more Varanasi?
A couple days.
Good to see Varanasi.
You're from Varanasi?
Yeah, not really, it is far.
Okay, you're from...
I work here market.
Okay, you work in the market?
Oh, they're from where?
All right.
Yes, sir.
So can you explain, it's good, can you explain why the Ganges is holy?
Because this is the Holy Mother.
Holy Mother?
Mother, and they're coming from Shiva here.
Shiva's hair?
Shiva here, the Ganga.
So it comes from Shiva's hair?
Yeah, from Himalaya, from Shiva here, they come here. And now water is very high. It's not
Very high.
possible to walk by the car. You see, water high about 25 meter, maybe 30 meter, more.
25,
Now,
oh,
30 meter, very, very up.
Yeah, I see it's moving very fast.
Yeah, look, now it's not even boat.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, what he was telling me on our way down here is actually the boats aren't even allowed to go out right now because there's way too much current because the river's so high right now from the monsoon season. So for the last 20 days, nobody's been able to go out to sea or out, onto the river. It's a very holy thing in the Hindu religion to actually come and like bathe in the Ganges. So you see there's people here washing their clothes and actually bathing down here. Yeah, you can see how fast it's moving right here. But yeah, all the boats aren't allowed out right now, unfortunately. Huh? So this tree is actually, he said, about 500 years old. And you can see it actually grew all the way around this stove. It's a little wooden stove here, and it's grown all the way around the brick. So all around us, there are small temples. We're approaching where they do the cremations of people. So you see them there, and then a bunch more down further. We were told we can't video during the cremations here, so we won't be able to show you guys that part of it specifically, but we will go down there and check that out. Okay, what is the name of this place?
Manikarnika Ghat.
All right, so we're here. This is basically a cremation site along the Ganges River where people bring their loved ones, and also they do for elderly and homeless people. They'll also burn them here. They come, they get buried or burned here, and then their remains are taken and basically put into the river, into the Ganga River. So here they have an eternal flame, which he said is 3,500 years that it's been burning constantly, non-stop. All the fires that they use to actually burn the corpses here, they get the original fire from right here. Sorry, I got the smoke blowing right in my face. So yeah, that's fine. So when they were talking up there, basically no women are allowed up there because historically women would throw themselves onto their husbands' fire pits as they were being burned. So to prevent that, they've completely barred women from going up there. Only women can go up there when they're actually dead and are going to be burned. As you leave, they request a small donation that you can give whatever you have to basically buy wood for the homeless. So homeless people that need to be burned and also their body taken care of, they'll ask you for a donation. You could just give whatever you have on hand to help them out. And they're actually bringing on some of the wood right here.
There is a 5 different kind of body no burn. Children under 12, pregnant lady, holy man, animal, leprosy. All this body big heavy stone. Tied the body with stone by boat middle of river drop.
And you drop it straight into the river, okay.
They have to be born again.
They'll be born again. Okay. One other thing I forgot to mention when I was over there is every body is actually washed in the river before being brought here to actually be burned. So, like most places, after being shown around, they ask for money, but that's something you'll pretty much get everywhere. Well, we're gonna keep going around Varanasi and hopefully show you something a little more uplifting than that. So all down the streets, you see lots and lots of sari shops because what we were told was basically women from all over India, when they come and visit here, it's a big thing for them to come and buy a new sari here.
Indian woman.
Indian women love to buy saris here. It's part of like a tradition.
You see very, very old tree here.
Thank you. So I just got this on my forehead from these nice men here. So walking around Varanasi, it is the holiest place in all of Hinduism, the largest religion in India, a religion that's probably got about 1 billion people that's a part of it because it's also the largest religion in Nepal, as well as some other random places in the world like I think in Bali, I think the majority religion is actually still Hinduism. So as you walk around here, the holiest site in all of Hinduism, you see gurus. So guru basically means teacher, and it's holy men. It's just holy men dressed in their robes, dressed in the traditional robes, and they're out here. They're also, you know, trying to give out blessings for money, and it is what it is. They've definitely built an industry around it here, but it is still incredible to come down here to the holiest site in Hinduism and get to actually see what the people are all about. And you see right here, cows are very renowned as being holy in India, and there's some people feeding bananas to their cow, to this guy's cow. So there's lots of tourists here too. I will definitely say I think this is I've seen the most white people here of anywhere we've been yet, right? Yeah, there's a lot of them. And it happened to him too. There's a big drug trade going on here. People definitely want to sell you
Do you want to
cannabis.
go high?
Yeah, they'll come up to you and ask if you want to get high all the time. When the Tutsi white guys, they get excited for sure. Everybody wants to give us a ride, but only at 3 times the normal cost. Very friendly. All right, we're outside of Ramnagar Fort right here in Varanasi. It's one of the tourist attractions to come see. So it looked like when we were coming over the bridge to get over here, because this is the opposite side of the Ganges of where most of the stuff we've done so far has been. But it looks like the river runs directly up to the side of this fort. So this fort probably was used to control the river for a long time. This fort was actually built in 1750. I just did a quick Wikipedia search, right, to look it up. And it was built 1750, but something that's kind of interesting about this fort that I don't think actually applies to most of the forts that you'll visit here in India is it still has residents that are from the royal bloodline. So despite 1971, India abolished royal titles. No more royals in India, technically, right? There are still people who are considered royal because of their bloodline and because they keep using the titles even though they are technically abolished. But in 1971, they abolished the titles. This place is still in a residency for the descendants of that royal family. So there is still people that live in this fort who are descended from the royals who actually built this fort. You can see like some of the cannons. So it's not in the best of conditions because it does have a lot of wear and tear on it, but it is a 300-year-old fort on the banks of a huge river in a very tropical climate. So it definitely makes sense that it would be in the condition that it's in now. So to enter this fort, you have to come buy a ticket, but like every place, you can kind of see there's a pretty big difference between the cost for an Indian versus the cost for a foreigner. For foreigners, it's 200. For an Indian adult, it's 75 rupees. So you're paying, you know, a lot more. So the majority of the fort has actually been turned into a museum now. So you go basically from building to building, and they show different parts of the history of the fort, I guess. So in here you'll have a lot of like carriages and cars and stuff that people have historically used here. And then up here there's a lot of royal paraphernalia, so like costumes and like weapons and stuff. And then I don't know what's in the other ones yet, but I'm gonna walk through, find out. Inside of this one I think is actually really cool. It's filled with lots and lots of weapons, like literally hundreds of guns and swords, spears. There's like tiger skins in there. Lots of really cool stuff. That's probably my favorite of the museums that they have here to check out. So those 3 galleries are pretty much all that you can go into here. So there's the military one, the clothing one, and the auto one. And yeah, it's pretty nice. There's a lovely little courtyard here at the end. So it looks like normally there's actually a way to go to a gate by the Ganges River. But right now it's closed, I think probably due to all the flooding and the river being very high. Like I've said in other videos, this is the monsoon season that I'm here. So it is very rainy. The the water levels are much higher than they would be during other parts of the year. So unfortunately, I think that's going to be it. I don't think this is going to be its own video, but just in case, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.